Welcome to the deep dive. You guys really threw us a curveball this time, asking us to, see the world through the eyes of an alien experiencing humanity for the first time.
Yeah.
But hey, challenge accepted, right? So we're diving into The Humans by Matt Haig.
Great book.
It is to unearth what this extraterrestrial visitor finds so strange about us, Earthlings.
I think we all can relate to that a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Feeling like an alien sometimes.
Totally. So buckle up. It's going to be a fascinating ride.
It really is. And it's not just any alien, right? This one lands plop right in the middle of this huge mathematical breakthrough.
Oh, yeah.
Taking over the life of Professor Andrew Martin, who, get this, just solved the infamous Riemann Hypothesis.
Okay, Riemann Hypothesis. I kind of remember something about prime numbers from college. But help me out here. Why should we care about this equation? Besides the fact that it gives mathematicians something to, obsess over.
Yeah, it's not just some dusty old equation. Think of it more like a map to the very building blocks of, numbers.
Yeah.
Prime numbers. Those are those quirky numbers, only divisible by one in themselves, right?
Yeah.
They actually hold the key to unlocking all sorts of mathematical mysteries. Cracking the Riemann hypothesis, that would have ripple effects across everything. Cryptography, computer science, maybe even change how we understand the entire universe.
So basically, this alien is sent to, stop humanity from leveling up.
Exactly.
Got it. And his first order of business, blending in.
Yeah, which is easier said than done, apparently.
Right.
His first impressions of Earth. They're hilarious, but to be honest, a little unsettling. He describes traffic, for example, as, quote, smooth floating, which, let's be real, anyone who's ever sat in rush hour knows that's anything but.
Yeah, definitely not floating.
No.
Especially if you're in L.A.
Especially in L.A.
Yeah. Okay, but the book is full of these moments where he's, totally baffled by, just normal, everyday human behavior.
Oh, absolutely.
He's horrified by clothes. He thinks we all live in our cars. And he can't wrap his head around why we, smile at complete strangers.
Right. Totally bizarre to him.
It's so funny. But it also makes you think about how much of what we consider normal is maybe just a shared delusion,
Absolutely.
But this alien, he's not just observing, right?
No, he's got to learn how to fake it.
Yeah.
To become one of us.
Right.
So he embarks on this, crash course in being human, learning how to dress, how to drink coffee.
Which he hates.
Which he absolutely loathes.
Yeah.
He even tries to mimic human emotions, which, for an alien like him, are a complete mystery.
Yeah, his species is immortal.
Right.
Emotionless, completely logical. Imagine never experiencing joy, sadness, love, grief.
It's a totally different existence, isn't it?
Wild.
It is.
So this brings us to his relationship with Isabel, the professor's wife.
Yes.
He's initially disgusted by her, but then as he spends more time with her, something changes.
It does. He starts to see her as more than just a biological specimen.
Right.
He sees her pain, her vulnerability, her fierce love for her family.
And this is where the novel gets really interesting, I think.
Yeah.
It delves into this profound question,
Yeah.
What does it actually mean to be human? Is it our big brains, our ability to think abstractly, or is it something deeper, something more, primal, something tied to our emotions, to our relationships? The alien's whole journey really forces us to confront this question head on.
This is getting good.
It is.
Okay. So we left off with our alien buddy kind of starting to crack the code of humanity, especially through his connection with Isabel. But there's this other layer to the story, his original mission, the one he's now actively ignoring. What happens when you go rogue against a whole alien civilization?
Well, they send in the cleanup crew, of course. Another alien.
Oh, boy.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
He arrives on the scene to, finish the job our protagonist decided to abandon.
Right. Suppressing the Riemann hypothesis. And if necessary, eliminating the rogue agent.
His Jonathan character. He sounds like straight out of a sci-fi thriller.
Mm.
All cold logic and ruthless efficiency.
He is the embodiment of the alien's own past self, really a stark reminder of what he's trying to escape.
Right.
Jonathan, he sees humans as a threat, a chaotic force that needs to be controlled. He's the very ideology our protagonist is rebelling against.
And naturally they clash. I bet their confrontation is less gentle debate and more alien showdown.
It's less laser beams and spaceships and more a battle of wits.
Okay.
Like clash of philosophies, played out in a very unlikely arena.
Like where?
The professor's living room?
Oh, wow.
The alien, though, he's learned a thing or two about human trickery, we'll say,
Well,
and manages to outsmart Jonathan. He traps him, actually,
I-
in a virtual reality game.
now that's clever. But I have a feeling this isn't the last we see of Jonathan. Things rarely go smoothly in these kinds of stories.
You're right. You're right. Jonathan, desperate to escape, he ends up causing his own demise inside the virtual world.
Oh, wow.
It's a tragic irony if you think about it.
Yeah.
His rigid adherence to logic, his inability to adapt, that's ultimately what leads to his destruction.
So our alien is not only a rogue agent, now he's got an alien corpse on his hands. What does he do? Call like an intergalactic mortician.
He turns to the one person who just might understand the absurdity of this whole situation.
How's that?
Gulliver, the professor's teenage son.
Ah.
Imagine being a teenager, right? And getting roped into helping an alien dispose of another alien's body.
That's got to win some kind of award for like strangest coming of age story ever.
Right.
But this bizarre scenario, it actually reveals a lot about our alien's transformation, I think.
Oh, absolutely. He's not just hiding a body, he's confiding in Gulliver,
Yeah.
sharing this incredibly strange and dangerous secret, this bond that forms between them, this unlikely bond. It highlights the alien's growing capacity for human connection.
Okay.
Gulliver, with his teenage angst and outsider status, he sees the world a little differently, Maybe he even sees the alien for who he truly is.
Interesting.
There's this poignant moment where Gulliver, he asks the alien to describe his home world.
Yeah.
What's it like to live in a place without death,
Right.
without emotions,
Yeah.
where everything is, as the alien describes it, violet.
Violet. That's, I don't know what I picture.
It's fascinating. The alien, he paints this picture of this sterile, emotionless existence. And through this conversation, he comes to realize that the very things that we humans struggle with, pain, loss, the constant search for meaning, that's what makes life, vibrant, worth living.
Yeah.
He's essentially saying that without the darkness, there is no light.
So he's going from humans are messy and illogical to maybe that's the point.
Exactly.
That's a pretty profound shift. And I'm guessing this new understanding, it influences his views on love, too.
Absolutely. He starts to see love not as some romantic ideal,
Right.
but as an act of courage.
Okay.
The courage to be vulnerable, to open yourself up to another person, knowing that there's the very real possibility of heartbreak.
Right.
He even has a brief affair with another woman, Maggie, and he compares it to, get this, enjoying a peanut butter sandwich.
Interesting comparison.
A fleeting pleasure.
Okay, so he's experimenting.
He is.
Trying to figure out this whole love and relationships thing that we humans seem so obsessed with.
Exactly. But ultimately, it only reinforces his feelings for Isabel.
Okay.
He realizes that genuine connection, it goes beyond physical desire. It's about shared experiences, vulnerability, accepting someone for who they truly are, flaws and all.
There's a beautiful scene where Isabel cuts her hand.
Yeah.
And instead of being, repulsed by her blood like he would have been before,
Right.
the alien feels this like surge of empathy for her, tenderness. He's finally able to connect with her on an emotional level.
And it's in that moment that he truly understands the depth of his love for her.
Wow.
He sees her strength, her resilience, her capacity to love, even knowing that loss is inevitable.
Yeah.
And he knows in that moment that he can't imagine life without her. However, as often happens, in stories and in life, their happiness is fleeting. Remember, his own people are still watching, still trying to bring him back into line.
And they were not going to be happy with his newfound appreciation for peanut butter sandwiches and human emotions. So what happens next?
I have a feeling we're about to take another sharp turn. Okay, so things were just starting to get good. Our alien was falling in love, embracing the chaos of humanity, even developing a taste for peanut butter, as you said. But you also hinted that his people are closing in.
And they're not exactly coming with a welcome wagon.
No welcome wagon. They've been monitoring his activities through Gulliver's audio transmitter. And, well, let's just say they are not pleased with his change of heart.
Right.
They see his empathy for humans as, a weakness,
Oh, wow.
a betrayal of their, core
It's a
values.
classic showdown brewing, then.
It is.
Alien versus alien.
You're right.
Logic versus emotion. The fate of humanity hanging in the
Big
balance.
states.
So what happens? Does he fight back?
Yeah.
Defend his newfound love and his adopted planet?
He's forced to confront this agonizing dilemma.
Yeah.
Stay and fight, risking Isabel and Gulliver's lives,
Right.
or disappear, protecting them from the fallout.
Yeah.
This is the ultimate test of his humanity.
Yeah.
Remember, he comes from the species that, prioritizes logic and order above everything else.
This isn't just about choosing sides. It's about choosing what kind of being he wants to be.
Exactly. It's like that moment in every superhero movie
Yeah.
where the hero has to decide.
Use their powers for good or for evil.
Exactly. But this time, the stakes are even higher.
Yeah. And what does he choose?
In a heart-wrenching decision, he chooses to leave.
Oh, wow.
He knows that staying would only bring pain and destruction.
Yeah.
He can't bear the thought of Isabel and Gulliver becoming casualties in this, intergalactic conflict.
So he walks away from everything he's come to love. From the woman who opened his heart, from the boy who showed him the beauty of, human connection. That's got to be the hardest choice he's ever made.
It is. He packs a bag, says his goodbyes, and just disappears into the night. It's this poignant reminder that sometimes the most courageous act is letting go,
Yeah,
sacrificing your own happiness for the well-being of others.
it's true. But he doesn't leave empty-handed, right?
No.
There's that list of rules for life he gives to Gulliver.
Yes.
It's like his parting gift,
It is.
a distillation of everything he's learned about being human.
Exactly. It's his legacy, a testament to the transformative power of love and empathy. These rules, they're not about mathematical theorems or scientific discoveries.
Right.
They're about living a meaningful life, embracing vulnerability, finding joy in the simple things.
Things like knowledge is finite, wonder is infinite,
Yes.
or failure is a trick of the light.
Powerful stuff.
Yeah, they're simple but profound.
They are.
Almost like little koans
Yes.
designed to nudge Gulliver,
And us.
yeah, towards a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world,
Absolutely. And even though the alien is gone, his impact on Isabel and Gulliver, it's
Yeah.
undeniable. They've been touched by this extraordinary being.
They have.
Their perspectives forever changed by his presence.
He showed them that perfection is an illusion,
Right.
that true beauty lies in the imperfections,
Yeah,
the messiness of human emotions,
absolutely.
the fleeting moments of connection that make life worth living.
And for the alien, his journey, it's been just as transformative.
It has.
He arrived on Earth with this mission to, suppress human progress, to protect his kind from what he saw as this chaotic and dangerous species.
Yeah,
He leaves having discovered the power of love,
right.
the beauty of vulnerability, the
Yeah.
depth of human connection.
It's amazing. He went from wanting to control humanity to wanting to protect it,
Yes.
to nurture its potential.
In a sense, he became more human than the humans.
It's true.
Hmm.
So we're left with this bittersweet ending,
Yeah.
A celebration of human resilience and the transformative power of love, but also tinged with the sadness of loss.
Yeah.
And the knowledge that some connections, however profound, are fleeting.
And perhaps that's the most human experience of all,
Okay.
to find meaning in the impermanence, to cherish the moments that we have, and to carry the lessons we've learned with us as we continue our own journeys.
This deep dive has taken us on a wild ride. We've explored the absurdity of human customs, the power of love and connection, and the meaning of life itself, all through the eyes of an alien who came to understand us better than we understand ourselves.
And as we wrap up, we're left with this lingering question, one that perhaps has no easy answer.
What's that?
What would you ask this alien if you had the chance? What mysteries would you want to unravel? What wisdom would you seek?
That's a good question. Think about it, everyone. And until next time, keep diving deeper.